Good day. Welcome to Matters of the Soul. My name is Erich Schoeman. I'm talking to you about apologies. Is sorry the hardest word to say? You know the Elton John song, sorry seems to be the hardest word. Sometimes that is true. It is difficult to admit when you were wrong. It's because it does humble us, and it takes character and humility to do so. Yet it is what really honors the Lord and leads to healing and reconciliation. Now, if you want to make an effort to learn the art of apology, you will see the powerful effect that this has on yourself and others. Now, you've all had to apologize. Today, we are going to look at how to apologize with finesse. And in order to do so, we have to figure out how it really works. So, reconciliation of a relationship flows from apology, so it is well worth your time and effort to learn how to do so. So your aim with apology, and especially in a marriage, is to take ownership of how you affected and hurt your spouse. Saying that you are sorry doesn't mean it's all just your fault, because you take ownership for your share in the problem or how you guys interacted. Sometimes the other person also did something that hurt you, and it was a bouncing of hurts to and fro. Yet you should take responsibility for your share of the bouncing, regardless of whether they take ownership for their faults. Now, here are some basic steps that'll guide you in how to apologize. So the first step is be sincerely sorry. I mean, you got to mean it from the heart. Otherwise, it's going to be visible that it wasn't meant and it'll just bomb out. The second thing is show understanding and validate the pain that you've caused. You've got to use words. So tell the person how you think you made them feel and how you think it could have affected them. Don't just say, I'm sorry. You have to explain why. For example, I can imagine that it must have been hard for you when I said that mean thing. I'm truly sorry for hurting you. And this will help them heal and forgive you, because you are showing care and understanding for how you hurt them. You are not just justifying, because if you just say, I'm sorry, it might easily sound like you are justifying yourself. You're going to say sorry, but it doesn't really, you're not going to expound on it. Okay, the third step, ask for forgiveness. If the injury was severe, you should ask them to forgive you. For a minor thing like forgetting to buy milk on the way home, you could just say sorry and quickly rush out and go and buy milk. But the more severe hurts, they do really need humble requests for forgiveness. The fourth thing, make restitution. Ask them if there's something that you can do to make it better. This is not because you should pay off your debt or a tit-for-tat thing, but it's to make the loss and the pain that you've inflicted better. It is like healing a wound. You could give a gift or do something that they will value or that'll make them feel loved. The best thing you can really do is to try not to do it again. You can also try to do it differently. So the best thing you can really do is to break your own pattern. Now, there you will need the Lord's help, because we struggle with our patterns. You know, we make mistakes and we do repeat them, but learning how to change and trying to work at it, depending on the Lord in the process, is the best kind of apology, because it is seen and the sincerity of it is also felt by the other person, because it also does make them feel respected. For example, if you've got a problem with anger, you've got to try to learn to say what bothers you without having to scream and shout and intimidate. You know, many times you can ask them to do things differently too, especially those things that frustrated you. So once you start to learn to do things differently, it will really go a long way to show them that you're sincere. Now, what if your spouse responds with defensiveness to your apology? Firstly, you've got to check whether your apology sounds like a blame or self-justification. So if it's a yes, but apology, it'll be rejected because it says, yes, I apologize, but. So what you've got to do is you've got to acknowledge the pain. And when you do apologize and you've got something to share, you say your apology here, Yes, this is the apology. The but is usually when I would like to explain what has happened or the context or my intention wasn't really to hurt them. And then you've got to say, I fully apologize for this. I'd like to just explain some things that might shed some light on what has happened, but it doesn't take away from my apology. I fully accept ownership. Now, if the other person outrightly attacks you, you'll need assertiveness skills just to contain the situation, but that is for another program series. In our marriage, we've also learned that apology frequently accompanies problem solving. So, for example, I would apologize for getting irritated at my wife for her being late. I could request her not to be late again. But then sometimes we would have to sit and look at why she's late. Sometimes it's her program, the load of tasks she's got, and maybe I need to help her in order to lessen the load on her so that she's got more time and it's easier. We put our minds together to try and problem solve. We don't blame her and say, you're late. It's got to do with helping her so that we can prevent the same thing from happening again. So an apology can actually lead to some kind of rectifying of another problem that led to the initial fight. So for what is there that you can apologize? Something that I can go and apologize for this. So take this opportunity and go and make things right. Please check us out on all the socials. We're even on TikTok. If you found this helpful, would you like and subscribe and click the bell and even share with other people? God bless. Until next time. Goodbye.